I'm George Harry of Malahat Nation. I'm the Community Energy Coordinator here. We've been working on many different projects. I think heat pumps is one of the major ones we've been working on lately. And, you know, that was my very beginning. We've really started by getting these heat pumps going and really understanding what it would do for the homes and the people. You look at the way housing has existed in nations, right? We've gone without heat pumps. We don't know what that ever was, right? We got a lot of homes with mold, which we don't have proper airflow in the homes. We don't have proper insulation. We don't have that, and these conversations can go on forever. But you look at the energy itself. Like if we're operating proper systems in the home for airflow, for energy efficiency, you're looking at not only just creating that safety in the home for children and families, but also creating that gap where hydro has been an issue. Well, it's very new for the community, right? We've finally just started this process, and new can be scary for community, but I think it's huge when you can put your foot in and start really working hard at really getting these small issues dealt with that could be huge issues down the road, right? So you look at it as being one of those huge jumps forward that help us protect our homes, make sure that we can start creating, longevity for those homes instead of, you see housing being demolished that's more than 15 years old. And some of these older homes here, we've seen a lot of great stuff out of them, and retrofitting them, upgrading them, new windows, new doors. As I said before, we've started with heat pumps in some of the other homes, which is going to help the nation in a huge way. If you look at the way things happen for me, I've grown since I first started with Epic and the nation, and it's a huge eye opener. You really don't ever look at an efficiency of a home. You don't look at that kind of stuff. I've never done that. I used to build homes, and we used to see efficiency, like proper walls, proper insulation, but you don't take it here as it's not new. And every day we have to fix those codes. We have to build proper systems where we can be renovating these homes on like 10-year basis, right? But it's a huge eye opener. Like, I've never seen it this way before. I never knew heat pumps would be a better thing for a home than a wood stove, or for air to be moving in a home, to be breathing better. I know we have a lot of upgrades to do for Windows, but getting that inventory and having something start on is probably the best feeling. I envision it that it's a role that will never stop growing. It's going to be a constant growth. The nation will be a constant growth, not only homes, but business. You're going to get wrapped up in that kind of stuff too, right? We're going to see businesses having solar. We're going to see homes having solar. We haven't moved in that direction yet for our community homes, but we have for our community buildings. So, I look at it as something that's never going to stop growing. It's going to be constant. We're always going to see something new. There's always going to be new technology. So I don't ever see that growth stopping. I see it as a continuing thing, right? We learn something new every day, and it's, that's a great feeling, because your nation's moving with you. I think working with such companies as like Barclay has been a huge eye opener, and being part of Epic and the Fraser Basin Council, you see that kind of thing. You never knew what was going to be walking in, but as you sit here today and you're going through all these different projects, everybody's had a part of it. So it's one big team together. You're never falling behind because there's always somebody on it, right? So you're also learning new skills from them. Management is a huge thing. Like we we see a lot of different things happening with management where, you know, it didn't work out. But this is all new to me, and you know, I'm starting to pick up a lot of new cool things with what's going on. And you know, I've managed things before, but I mean, we're talking about energy now, right? So that's such a huge change for me and community. So as long as we can keep that, you know, communication going between these companies and us and all these entities, like, you know, we're not the only ones standing here. This is Barclay, this is Fraser Basin Council. It's not just me standing here. So, I mean, the information that I'm feeding is from everybody. One word that comes to mind is just, you know, growth. I mean, I grew in such a different way. I'm starting to learn some cool stuff about energy and being attached to, like, even seeing what some of these electric cars would do for us, and you know, the different things that happen with them. And then, you know, seeing batteries being built for solar, and you know, stuff I've never known before. So yeah, that's one word I would always put forward is growth, because it's going to continue to go. It's not a podcast without laughing.